Good day, everyone. Ali is here from Safi Financial Network. Today is August 4th, 2023. Here is another weekly analysis. And today, or this week, we had a red tick on S&P 500 major indexes. And we warned all our subscribers before. And we were waiting for this correction. This correction confirmed, if you ask me. So we got into this wide range bar here. So this is a weekly chart for S&P 500. We are into this pivotal point, very, very important wide range bar, and market just reacted nicely to this area. So this week we had black crude on the top, and usually black crude on the top follows by another red candle next week. So that's going to be a usual scenario, and we will see. I'm just looking for, to be honest, another red candle, but not sure how deep it can go next week, as we have this a kind of like exhaustive move to the upside. This is a fake demand area. This is not a real demand area. So this could be kind of like a breakout level. This is going to be a hidden signal demand area. That's going to be a real one. But this one is going to be a fake demand area. So this demand doesn't do any well and doesn't go anywhere, actually. Just to go up all the way to this pivotal point and then coming back down. There's going to be two scenarios. The first scenario is going to be we're just looking another deep down to here to this area, probably 4,400. So that's going to be the level that market just find a support and getting back up probably middle of the August, getting back up to the upside. And we are going to just learn ourselves to see how this rally is gonna be formed. So if we go to this double top and then coming down in September, so that would be the first scenario. And the second scenario is going to be just a small higher high and then coming down in September. So first scenario would be just a deep down into this area and then coming back with a rally. So we are going to just educate ourselves to see how this rally is going to last. But usually I'm just looking for in September, October, another deep down to here to this area. So that's going to be a 4,300 and kind of be a deeper corrective move to the downside. So that's going to be a first scenario. The second scenario is going to be we don't see a rally or we don't see a kind of like a bounce here. So we can see just the small hiccup and then just market is going all the way down here and just right into this area, which is going to be testing this pivotal point somewhere around 4,277 or 4,300. That could be kind of like the buying scenario or kind of like defining the market bottom here at this stage. So any case, that would be a good buying opportunity, I should say, September, October. But to be honest, I would rather to see the second scenario rather than rally and then coming back down, because that rally, if that rally fails, the next phase of the corrective could be much more deeper and it could just ended up to the bear market. So I'm kind of like a bullish as long as we are above 4,200. So that's my spot, that's my benchmark, that's my threshold. As long as we are above 4,200, we are in a bull market. Whenever we get a closed candle below 4,200, ideally weekly candle below 4,200, we are just dumping into bear market and we should see a lower low all the way down to 32 to 3,400. So the next days, or I should say next month and weeks, we are just going to educate ourselves and see how market is going to behave and how market is going to react. So this is based on a price action. As you see here, RSI, we just got into this overbought condition, nicely coming down. So again, we have got tons of support here. So next week, if we just follow through the downside in RSI, we can get to this area. So that's going to be kind of like the bottom information. As I said, we can see just the market finds its bottom here around 4,300. And also stochastic, we are just getting the bear reversal, but this bear reversal happened a couple of times in bull market. And IMI just showing us a very, very nice corrective move to here. Whenever we get this IMI getting off the overbought conditions, so that kind of like initial initiate a sell-off or corrective move to the downside. Something like this, something like this. It's going to be this top, and it was very, very ugly last year. And also something like this. So it can just have 2-3 weeks corrective move to here, and here is kind of like a July, August, September. And you will see that September, October always is going to be a volatile months for the market before the next phase of rally. So we will see how it goes. We are going to just educate ourselves and we're going to learn from the chart. So right now, I'm just looking for this corrective move continues. Again, next week is going to be a CPI and PPI, and those ones can create more volatility to the market. Moving on to the daily chart. So daily chart, we just had a follow-through resumption to the downside, and this resumption nicely just rejected from SMA 20, rejected from this. So this is very, very nice. So if I just zoom in here, so here is the bullish candle, and market just breakthrough. Today was kind of like a back test and coming down sharply. So this is a fantastic technical reaction to the broken level. So if we get back above this and close above this, that would be a bullish scenario. But we didn't, and we just backtest this area and coming down sharply. So SPY traded almost 100 million today, and we just got back below this pivotal point, which is kind of like this supply area, as you see here. I just mentioned this area is like very, very important, and also this area as well. So market just a resumption to the downside, and this downside can continue all the way to 4,400. So 44, almost 44, 1890. That could be a scenario for bottoming formation, at least for the rally that I was talking about, or at least consolidation for the next phase to the downside. But 2-3 days downtick could be kind of like the scenario for a market, especially when we have a gap down, and this gap down didn't have like a follow through or fill up to the upside and then coming down. So this means selling pressure is high, and institutions just got into the market, I think, when this gap created here on this top. So I just warn everyone. And also here is another thing that we need to just pay attention. So we just break below this trend line. So for those ones who are just looking for a trend line or trend line traders, so they can see that we just break this trend line just a touch below this. Still, there is going to be a chance, which I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest, based on this price action. But still, we can go deep down to here to 44.56, and then even lower 44.19 to 20. So that could be a scenario for a pause or hiccup. The ideal scenario for me is 4300, 43.27 to 43.73. So that's going to be the area for the market to see how market is going to react. Obviously, if we go below 4200, that's going to be a bear market signal, and everyone needs to just be careful on that one, because we can just go down another 1,000 units to 32 to 3400 down the road if that happens. So we don't know yet. Stochastic, we are just getting into the fast line, is getting to overbought condition. RSI still is there, so if it stretches down to here to this area, and also with MACD here as well, so I should say the probable bottom could be here, somewhere around here. So again, we're just going to learn ourselves and educate ourselves for the momentum next week, and we will see how it goes. Moving on to Nasdaq, let's start with the weekly chart for the Nasdaq. So here's the weekly chart. So Nasdaq weekly chart, we just had like a downtick this week, and this black crude can go all the way down to 14,600. So I should say there is going to be one level here, which is going to be this one, and 15,122. If it doesn't last, which is going to be just a 200, 300 below current level. If it doesn't last, it can go all the way down to 14,600. And ultimately, I'm looking for Nasdaq to just backtest this area for kind of like a bottoming formation, at least for a short term. That could be kind of like a nice scenario. Obviously, you see that you've got a rollover in a stochastic, RSI, and also MACD. all three indicators show the bearish momentum to the downside. So we will see how it goes. A daily chart, so we just got into this bullish momentum or bullish structure, but this bullish structure a couple of times fell in Nasdaq. So I just want to mention something here. We have got this bullish, nice bullish bull flag. Usually it goes upside, but because of this, so we just fell to the downside. And look what happened. So it ended up very, very ugly. Here is another one. So this is another bullish structure here, but fails to the downside and fails to the bear flag, fails to the bear flag, fails. And here another one. So this is another bullish consolidation, but it fails to the downside. So Nasdaq, lots of time you can see a bullish consolidation fails to the downside. Here's another one. So bullish consolidation fails to the downside. Yeah, there are lots of scenarios as well. So bullish consolidation reach to the upside. But when you see a bullish consolidation, it doesn't mean that it's going to reach to the upside. So bringing up these examples, these live examples that show you Nasdaq can go to the downside, and specifically when we are at the very, very decisive moment to the top here. So this area, lots of sellers there. So people just got caught here. I remember that everyone was looking for a blow off top, and market just went down crazy, and lots of people got caught when we get there. So this is going to be a natural reaction. Everyone's saying, okay, I'm going to leave the market. I just grabbed my money. I got into break even and I'm going to go. So that's why this creates lots of selling pressure to the market. Lots of people are getting into sell position here, and then market can go down. So obviously that's going to be the scenario for Nasdaq, and we will see the levels that I'm just looking for a sell-off. It's going to be just, as I said, 15,126. That's going to be a first one. The second one is going to be 14,600. Very, very decisive moment for the Nasdaq. 14,600 is going to be a decisive, and also 14,200, which is going to be my ideal scenario, to be honest, for Nasdaq to form the bottoming formation. But we'll see how it goes. Moving on to US 30, which is the Dow Jones. So let me just pull up the chart here. So Dow, just to create a downtick like the other indexes, Dow can go all the way down to 34,000. I'm not going to be surprised to see Dow just to backtest again this area. And this is very, very nice bullish consolidation. So Dow can go all the way down to here to 34,600 to 34,100. And when we get there, I should say that's going to be a nice bottoming formation. We should see how Dow reacts to this level, because if Dow reacts to this level nicely, that's going to just give us another buy signal. Right now, weekly chart just shows me we are at the sell. So here is a nice divergence here with the MACD, but MACD doesn't give us enough information, because we have got RSI here. RSI doesn't show any divergence here, so we don't care about this. We need more confirmation from different indicators to show that the divergence is strong or not. RSI doesn't show, so that's why I'm kind of like ignore the divergence in MACD. Stochastic wise, we are just getting into the sell. Price action wise, which is most important one, we are just getting into this pivotal point, and lots of stocks, indexes just are going along with each other. One is doing better, the other one probably doing worse. But Dow is going to be leading. I think it's going to be a leader for the next period of time. So we're just into this upward trend line, and any corrective move to here to 34,000, that could be kind of like the buying opportunity. So we'll see how it's going to react to this level. Moving on to daily chart. A daily chart, a pretty nice sell-off just happening. Rollover, nicely going down to SMA 20. That could just give us a pause, probably a bounce, and then coming down sharply to this area, which is going to be 34,200 to 34,500. And that's going to be the level that I'm looking for Dow Jones Industrial Average for a buying opportunity. Again, this level just created a while ago. I was waiting for this, so we will see how it's going to happen. Dow Jones just a stochastic getting into the oversold condition, the fast line. So I'm just waiting for more bearish momentum in MACD, in RSI, and also stochastic, and also price action. When all coming together at the same time, that would be kind of like the buying opportunity. So still, it's going to be early. So just the momentum is going to be in the downside. So we will see how it goes. Let me just moving on to some individual names. Starting with yield, and the yield just this consolidation fails to the downside. That was kind of like my favorite scenario for yield, and nicely just going down. If it takes out this pivotal point, I should say more downside is coming. And when yield is coming, this means dollar is going to weaken, TLT, and also gold is going to spike to the upside. So I'm kind of like, that's why I'm bullish on TLT and gold. But recently, just bond market had very sharp sell-off to the downside. And to be honest, that was kind of like surprising. But yield is coming down. That's the good news for market, for also gold and TLT and treasuries as well. So we should see more downside is coming. 4.58 is coming for the support. If it doesn't hold, probably a bounce, and then coming down to here, and then bounce, and then sharp sell up to 3.5%. So, but we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of like a bearish on this. So this confirms that if it goes below this, that's going to be very sharp sell off to the downside. So today, price action was kind of like very solid to the downside. So 2.35% to the downside, that's going to be aggressive for yield. TLT just a snap back to the upside. So we got into this 25% probability, and this probability, that was kind of like the scenario that I was looking for. 70 to 75%. I thought that we didn't break down to here, but that was kind of like a stop hunting level. This one can go down easily, but snap back sharply to the upside. So this reversal was kind of like very bullish. I'm just looking for, to be honest, the probable scenario would be going up to backtest this area, which is kind of like a $99 to $100. So if it goes above this and then backtest and then resumption to the upside, that would be a fantastic buying opportunity for treasuries. And for those ones who have this in their position, just keep it as is, don't touch it, because that would be a fantastic buying opportunity again. So let's see how it goes with treasuries. We're going to just educate ourselves. But today price action was great. So it's kind of like a relief for me and for lots of people who are bullish on the treasuries. This gap formed pretty nicely to the upside and coming along with yield. So yield is coming down, treasury was up. So we'll see how it goes. Gold just nicely reacting to this trend line going back up. So doji bar confirmation today, not a bad price action. So, and also if you just look at this chart, this is kind of like a reverse head and shoulder. So if we get above this 2000 level or 9090, that would be kind of like a very bullish scenario all the way up to 2080. So kind of like a bullish on gold treasuries for the months ahead. So we'll see how it goes, but definitely that was a good price action for gold. Crude just coming back up again nicely, tackle up to this pivotal point. So crude can go to 91, I should say 69 is coming down the road. Below that 90 is going to be a resistance as well. So if we get above this 84, we can just go all the way up to $91. So that's going to be a very bullish structure for crude. I've seen lots of bullish scenarios in the crude stocks as well. So VIX coming back up nicely. So VIX shows a live and just coming down all the way to here, this gap to backtest this top, and then coming back up nicely. I should say VIX is just getting poised for another upside move to $20. So VIX just went up pretty nicely from a 13 level to probably $20 down the road, and then we can see another downside here. But next move is going to be aggressive, and it can go all the way up to 27, which is going to happen in October, September. So that's what I'm looking for. But right now, there is no doubt about it. VIX just shows us the stock market momentum is going to go to the downside. Dixie, that is a nice opportunity for a sell. So Dixie, if you have got this, so this can go all the way down to here, to this area. Any rally, as I said, could be a sell opportunity. I think US dollar is going to get weaker and weaker in the next month or so. So we will see how it goes. But any rally in Dixie could be a sell. Moving on to the magma indicator, magma just coming down nicely. So today it cannot recapture SMA 20, just goes above it and then coming back down. So this area could be a nice triangle. And if it go below 1060, which is going to be this level, that could be kind of like a selling opportunity all the way down to here to 1000, and even lower all the way down to 880. It depends on the corrective move to the downside. This is going to be very, very low probable situation. The probability of this is going to be low, but no one knows. It can just stretch down to here, which gives us a fantastic buying opportunity, if you ask me. Apple just a 4.80% to the downside. So that's what I'm looking for. And Apple can go all the way down to 163. Any pullback, it could be a selling opportunity. Apple, $3 trillion stock, can go all the way down to 163 and even lower. So Apple guidance was pretty weak. And today, just a gap down and sellers just to control nicely. So Apple couldn't save the market. For a long time, Apple was leader of the market. Look at that. So the whole entire Nasdaq just went up because of this. Nvidia, Amazon. So these, and also Meta as well. So these stocks just are roaring and soaring to the upside, but nicely coming down. And this corrective move just a touch here. So we got into this first support. But if you ask me, this is going to be just a minor. And then we can just go all the way down to here to this demand area. And ideally, it could be 163, 168. That could be a potential scenario for Apple. Amazon, just 8% up. And look what happens. So Amazon hold up pretty well. Like even it goes to 142 to 143. But coming down, this shooting a star is not a good price action. So Amazon needs to hold up. If it goes down again, one more time, it can go all the way down to here and also even deeper corrective move to here, which is going to be this demand area, 112 to 115. But right now, it's going to be a very, very soon. But if Amazon goes down here, Nasdaq will be into trouble. So we'll see how it goes. Meta just coming down. I believe all these stocks are showing pretty nice sell-off scenario. So Meta just gapped up, and then this bullish consolidation failed to the downside. If you see another gap down, so this level could be kind of like a bounce for a sell to here to 244. We'll see how it goes. Microsoft, just $1.12 up, but Microsoft is weak already, and we are just getting into the sell signal here, 292, 299. And also lower here, 269 to 76. That's going to be a probable scenario for Microsoft. Google, the same price action, nice shooting a star on the top. So this one just giving us another selling opportunity. So this one can go to 124 and even lower can be a possible scenario. Oh, sorry, not here. So this can go all the way down to here, 107. That's going to be the scenario to getting to this demand area. So we'll see how it goes. Netflix, just a bullish consolidation, but this bullish consolidation can fail to the downside. If it goes below 412, that can go easily down to 320 or so. Tesla, just another bearish consolidation. So this bearish consolidation can go all the way down to here, 200 to 222. That would be a scenario for Tesla. Semiconductor index, they were pretty weak and kind of like a confusing. So this doji bar shows like very, very natural reaction to this bottom, but this one can go down to 142. Stock, this one is coming down just 81 cents. TSM, $1.18 to the upside, but failed the rally. So rally just rejected on the top, and I think that was just a natural reaction. So this one can go to the lower low. So 90 to 91, that could be a scenario for a potential short-term volume information. AMD, this one just a touch, 118 and then rejected down. So this one, I believe, it was kind of like a dead cat bounce here. And this one can go roll over to the downside. I'm still looking for $80 for AMD. So this area or this area could be a nice buying opportunity. NVIDIA, just a downtick, $1.65. I'm kind of like short in NVIDIA. I provide a weekly analysis and also a kind of like a video on this. Make sure watch this tomorrow. It's going to be available. It's now uploading in YouTube, so tomorrow you will have decent time to look at it. But NVIDIA can go down all the way to here, and that could be a kind of like nice buying opportunity. Even if it goes lower here, 350, 340 to 350, could be a nice buying opportunity. But right now, I wouldn't touch it. I'm just having like a short position, small short position on this. And if it goes down, that would be a favor to our position as well. So Texas Instrument, $3.36 down. Texas Instrument going to this. If it goes below this, that's going to be a very, very ugly. Lamb Research, $2.90. Hold up for now pretty well. To be honest, Lamb Research is kind of like a surprising. This is a very, very good stock, very, very resilient, something like NVIDIA. But this one can go all the way down to here to 520 to 540. That could be kind of like the scenario for Lamb Research for to just look at it as like a buying opportunity. Right now, it's pretty expensive, if you ask me. Moving on to financials, XLF. This one just rejected the top. So this one can go have like a deeper correction to here to 33.96. That's going to be this gap just right middle of this wide range bar. So lots of buy orders are sitting here for the next rally. So this one can have like a corrective move to the downside. Nothing bad. KBE 12 cents to the upside, KRE 19 cents to the upside. These ones actually are holding up pretty well. That's surprising. JP Morgan 33 cents downside. Nothing bad. Still in its bullish momentum and bullish consolidation. Goldman Sachs, this one, this shooting a star is not that good. So this one can be spiky. It can go down 344 just in blink of an eye. Bank of America, 11 cents downside. Wells Fargo, 30 cents downtick. So Wells Fargo can go all the way down to here to $43, and we will see how it goes. Moving on to next sector, gold miners. Gold miners, they didn't do well. Along with gold, they just had an uptick, but the doji war, so it seems like still momentum is not there yet. GDXJ just sold off after like an early morning rally, and this one doesn't show strength enough as well. So AEM 21 cents to the upside, but not a good price action. Again, NEM, Newmont, better price action because of this pivotal point, because of this. So we will see. We are going to learn about the chart, but chart doesn't look good. Franco Nevada, this one just going up, middle of this wide range bar. We need to go above this to see a bullish momentum. Otherwise, it's not just going to be a more than dead cat bounce. Gold Barrick, 18 cents to the upside. Nothing bad, nothing good, just a neutral. I'm steering neutral on this to see more better price action. Moving on to the last sector, XLE, just a 12 cents to the upside. Getting into this pivotal point, we can just see a corrective move here. XOP, $8 to the upside, OIH 48 cents after rally, just came back down and 43 cents lose to the downside. So not a bad price action so far. This one needs to have more corrective move to here. Exxon 30 cents. Exxon is interesting. So we had rally going above this pivotal point, but fail to hold and coming down. So this is a kind of like a good, based on the classic support resistance. Everyone's just selling here and buying here. So it's kind of like a sell for those people. I'm just still looking for another deep down to here for the next buying opportunity, at least to here, to 104. So 104 could be a nice buying opportunity, and we will see how it goes. I'm kind of like a bullish in crude and also in lots of stocks. in crude as well. So energy stock, Chevron, just a 36 cents down. These are forming bottom information. And if you ask me, the best one, which I have, is Oxy. So $1.31, just reacting to this one and compare Oxy price action to the other ones like a Chevron and Exxon. So Oxy just doing better these days, especially after yesterday's snapback price action, just nicely going up. Right now, just reacting to this level. So as long as we are just consolidating below this trend line, it can go higher. Easily, it can go higher. And Oxy can just give us a um, nice profit down the road. We'll see how it goes. Greek just bullish consolidation, nothing happening. We have got a small position on this. I'm just looking for $12 stock from this when next rally, next phase of rally is coming. And that kind of be a very, very spiky and very, very fast. Okay, I think I covered everything. If you like this video, please just smash the like button and thank you for watching this video. That's going to be the least support from you folks and appreciate your help. See you on the chart. Have a wonderful weekend. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.